Welcome to the Projects Tutorial Series for ProTracker Advantage. During this tutorial, we will be discussing the process and the components of an action plan report. This process is very similar to the process of adding a financial plan report, so this may be somewhat repetitive if you have already listened to the tutorial about financial plan reports. Project reports provide a way to produce customized reports from templates of text. Project reports allow you to customize a standard report to meet your client's needs. An action plan report is comprised of various steps that a client is advised to take in order to improve their financial situation. An action plan report has only one section called the action plan. This can be described as a client's to-do list. There are two approaches that may be taken in advantage to prepare a to-do list for a client. The action plan approach is an abbreviated method. Tasks are not created in this approach, so the tracking capability in Advantage is limited to the document level. The action plan approach is generally sufficient for client relationships that are short-term with relatively routine action items that are to be completed by a client. The client task list approach involves assigning individual tasks to a client along with task due dates. The client task list approach provides full tracking capability of each task along with full search capability in Advantage. Let's start with a demonstration of how to add an action plan report to a client profile. To start, let's select a client such as John Sample. We will select John Sample from the list. From the client profile, click on the Projects tab. On the left side of the screen in the Assistant area, double-click on the Add a Project Report option. The Build a Financial Plan dialog box will appear. To change the report type from a financial plan to an action plan, click on the Report Type pick list and select Action Plan. Notice that the title bar of the dialog box has changed to Build an Action Plan. In the Report Title field, enter a name for the report, such as Action Plan for John Sample. The Date Created field defaults to today's date. This date is logged for historical purposes. Enter today's date in the Date Presented field by pressing the letter T on your keyboard. The Select Report section on the left shows the tree format of the Action Plan Report template. The top level is the report type, which in this case is the Action Plan report type. Below that, there is a tree structure up to 3 levels deep. You may click on the plus and minus signs to open and close the lower levels of the tree for viewing purposes. The yellow document icon indicates the currently selected level. Let's select the third level entitled Action Plan. Look to the right to the Select Text area, which shows the text items available in this section of the template. For each text item that you wish to include in the report, click on the associated checkbox. Notice in the upper right corner of the screen that there is a Select All button. By clicking this button, all of the text item checkboxes are checked for the report. Notice also that the Select All button now says Deselect All. Let's select the text item entitled Track Your Cash Flow. Placing a check mark in the checkbox indicates that this text item will be included in the Action Plan report for John Sample. Look to the Edit Report text area at the bottom of the dialog box. Notice that the text item now appears in this area. The Edit Report text area allows you to customize text items to meet the particular details of your client. Let's edit this text item by adding "for the year." Look above to the Select Text area and click on the same text item to refresh the text. If you wish, you may also customize text items completely. It is important to note that all changes entered in the Edit Report text area affect only the currently selected client's report. The order of text items may also be altered within the Select Text area. To demonstrate, with the text item still selected, let's click on the text item directly underneath, entitled "Adjust Your Withholding." Look back down to the Edit Report text area and look to the right and notice the green arrows. Click on the green up arrow to move the selected text item higher within the Select Text area. Look back up to the Select Text area and notice that the text item order has changed. The text item entitled "Adjust Your Withholding" is now higher within the section. For demonstration purposes, let's quickly select a few more text items to include in our action plan report. Let's now preview the action plan report by clicking on the Preview button at the bottom of the dialog box. The preview screen will appear. The preview screen allows you to view the completed project report before printing or emailing the report to the client. The preview screen allows you to view the alterations and customizations you've made to the text items. Recall that we edited one of the text items to say, "Track your cash flow for the year." From the preview screen, you may save the report by clicking on the Save as PDF button on the main toolbar at the top of the screen. You may also send the report to the client by clicking on the Email Report button on the toolbar. To finish, click on the Close button on the right side of the toolbar. Once you are satisfied with the creation of your action plan report, click on the Save and Close button at the bottom of the dialog box. Notice that our action plan project report for John Sample was added to the list of project reports for the client. You may also find it useful to select a more global view of all the project reports existing for all of your clients in your firm. To do so, look to the main menu bar, select Projects, and then select Project Reports. This screen lists all project reports for all clients in your firm. To conclude this tutorial session, remember that an action plan report comprises the various steps that your client should take to improve their financial situation. An action plan report may also be referred to as the client's to-do list.